Do you feel like your routine is so full of to-dos that you have no more space for the things that you know matter the most? This month, I've been reading How Women Rise, and it's not just our beliefs and our mindset that holds us back, it's also our daily choices and habits. Today, I want to dig into 3 questions that will help us think about how we can shift those routines so that they reflect who we want to become, not just who we've been. First question, what are some of those habits that I'm doing that are keeping me from moving forward in my career or in success? A lot of times we need to look at this, and we don't need to look at it just one time, pivot, and then go. A lot of times it's a lot of pivoting and adjusting that's needed. So let's dig into this. The book, How Women Rise, really hinted on, I feel, 3 areas that honestly help us dig into that question. The first is the habit of overvaluing expertise. I really appreciated some of the case studies where individuals felt like they wouldn't be successful if they weren't experts in a field, versus just acknowledging that they were hired in to do something bigger than be an expert in that field, such as maybe leadership or mentorship or guidance or big picture thinking. And this is, I think, a habit a lot of us get sucked into, is we want to spend our time learning something that may not necessarily fuel our future success. And I say that because if you're running a business, whether you own it or you're employed by it, there's a reason that there are experts in different fields that handle different things. And different levels of experts and leadership need to know how to blend these different experts together for a bigger picture success. So when you bog yourself down with learning the menial task of one thing that you possibly could delegate or outsource, then that eats up time of you bringing together maybe more people to get the project moving faster or get your business growing or move your department towards success. So don't get trapped in this thinking that you have to be the expert in everything you touch. There are things that you are amazing at that others need from you because they're not experts in that. Teamwork, connection, networking. This is so valuable. Secondly, a lot of times we take on too much busy work. Maybe we feel we need to get certain things done around the house before we can work on a business dream we have, or we want to do certain things around, the office or job versus pushing ourselves for something innovative and creative to grow the business. How many times do you guys just collapse exhausted at the end of the day and you've done nothing for your own personal growth? You didn't take time to read a book or listen to a podcast because you were too busy today. This is so dangerous. Thirdly, I think a lot of us women especially say yes too much. We want to be pleasers. We want to help everybody. And we do it almost to a point of sabotaging our own success and work-life balance and future growth. So when you're crafting your routine, you need to make sure that you are saving time for you on saying no to things that won't necessarily serve the end goal that you're working towards. Second question, how can I start redesigning my routines to better support growth and freedom? My favorite question. This has been a journey for myself, but one thing that I have found that is repeatable for anybody. It does not matter if you want to be a better mother and a better wife, a better department manager, a better business owner. You need to start with sacred time for you. I'm talking at a minimum 5 minutes before you pick up your phone and check emails or social media. 5 minutes of quiet time where you honor your mind, body, and soul, and just do a little reflection, a little bit of gratitude and awareness of how amazing you are and what you already have in your life that can help fuel your success, and then taking care of your body. The second part to this is saying no, but with intention. You're going to get asked to do things, and I just mentioned earlier about saying yes to everything, but tasks that you fill your day with, projects that you fill your week with, events that you fill your social calendar with, these are things that should fuel your bigger purpose, what I like to call your priority goal, your end game, your dream life, what you're working towards. This doesn't mean hit the grind, work 24/7, and shut out time with people that can fill up your emotional and spiritual and mental well-being as well. We humans are social creatures, so this doesn't mean not attending something with family, friends, or a networking group. It's still important for balance, but really think about how you're spending your time. You get a choice when you get home after a long, hard day at work. You get to choose whether you're going to just watch something entertaining and mind-numbing on TV or listen to something positive, maybe a book on, an audiobook or a podcast. You get to choose on your drive to work what you listen to. You get to choose what activities you do with friends and what friends you do things with. Are these friends that are encouraging you? If you are wanting to get after a healthier lifestyle, are they willing to go to a restaurant or place that has options that support your goals, or do they want to go to a local bar and your only options are fried things? Just a few ideas of where you choose to spend your time. An important part of this is shifting those routines from doing things that are just maintenance, survival, to doing things that cause momentum. And this is really where journaling is so powerful, because you can go back and reflect on things that you're doing, especially, the journals that I've created, the Rising by Intention series. It really helps you look at what is on your need to-do list and what is on your want to-do list. And of those things that need and want to get done, what is serving your greater purpose, your priority goals, and how do you shape your day to give those momentum-causing activities priority and minimize those maintenance activities. Self-care is not maintenance. It's actually momentum. 5 minutes of deep breathing, reflection, and intention setting is not maintenance. That is momentum. Taking a few minutes to stretch, work out, move your body. That is not maintenance. That is momentum. What you choose to watch, what you choose to listen to, all of those things are momentum activities. Choose wisely. Third question. I hear about consistency all the time. How does this really pay off in my routine? Well, it's simple. Even the book, How Women Rise, talks about this, and I have seen this cause tremendous shifts in coworkers, peers, and clients of mine. When you work on small, consistent habits, small. I started small. I told myself I would read 3 pages a day in a book. I told myself I would spend 10 minutes on a morning workout and body movement routine. When we start small with consistent habits, it builds confidence, it builds credibility to yourself, and it builds not only a physical strength or a mental strength if you're reading, but it builds an emotional strength, because when you're like, you know what, I can read 3 pages a day. Somewhere in my routine, before I close my eyes at night, instead of going on social media, I'm going to read 3 pages. Or I'm going to listen to something that is going to challenge me and inspire me instead of just listening to music on my phone. Now, that doesn't mean music doesn't inspire you, but I think you know what I mean. When we can commit to those small things and we do them consistently, and maybe even in our journal, we check off that we do them daily, it feels really good to ourselves to go back and see that success build over time and watch how we find more time for those things because they do fuel us and inspire us and challenge us to think differently, effectively, creatively. But something to think about with this, when your routine is built with intention, it helps you truly foster energy and clarity versus exhaustion. Thank you for listening today. I'm Kristen, and I created the Saige Shift because I have been walking this journey myself. I'm working on evolving my mindset and routines while intentionally unlearning some of the damaging traps that I felt and I know kept me small. For years, I let limiting beliefs of perfectionism and busy work distract me from the bigger version of myself that I knew I was meant to be. Through journaling, reflection, and intentional daily practices, I've begun to rise to the version of me that I've always dreamed of, someone who is confident, successful, and truly fulfilled. And that's why I created the Saige Shift. I have a website with journals, books, and tools that I have used and created myself to help you along your journey as well. So again, thank you for joining me in this conversation. Remember, your routines can either keep you stuck or they can set you free. And the power is only yours to choose. If you're ready to be intentional about your growth, my Rising My Intention trilogy is now available. It's created specifically to dig deep into your mindset and your routine and your community and help you reframe those routines to help you be your best self. Until next time, keep shifting, keep rising, and keep becoming.